remind us all that we are writers third, readers second, and folks longing for loving, rigorous community first. The question that I like to take seriously tonight, particularly in this season of despair and repair, is what do we owe Bookstagram communities? They are far from a monolith, so the question of what's owed might be different for each individual, but I hope we don't let the specificity of each person's situation obscure the fact that something, and I don't know what, is owed. My belief.
Now, there were some specific videos that people were asking for, and there's some things that I want to think about before I film those videos, but just to kind of tie in kind of like discussion and librarianship, I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about what it's been like to be a librarian during a global pandemic. So, of course, I think everybody, I know everyone was impacted.
Then, let's put it like that. Then we have the present day, a young woman.
I'm just kidding, Marty. Why is this a video? Like, that is not funny.
Coming from a place of trying to, I don't know, diminish my opinion or say, like, obviously I can't be trusted because that I don't live predominantly in that emotional space. But I have spent a lot of my life around more emotional people than me. And so when I'm
Hello everybody, it is April 18th at about 5 o'clock and it's a Sunday and I've had a pretty relaxing weekend. I finished a couple of things. I started and I finished Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert and I loved it and I can't wait to get to the other two, and they might be audiobooks that I listened to during work this week, so I'm super excited. The author is autistic, so that's a great read for April. I also finished I Was There, American Dream by Malika Gharib, and that was cute. And I read The Tea Dragon Society, which to say that I am in love with it and that it is one of the cutest things ever known to exist, and that I need to get actual copies for myself at ASAP would be a severe understatement. I have the Tea Dragon Festival, which I will probably pick up next. I went for a run earlier today and I started using the Nike Run app. I'm trying to be better at monitoring my run and my runs and my improvement. I've only been seriously running for I would say about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, before I would go on walks and then just like jog for a couple, like 30 seconds and then do a bunch of walking. Now I'm trying to get better, and I started sort of timing myself, and it was like a 10-minute run and then 15-minute run. I'm at about like 25 minutes now. I did a 20-minute run today with the Nike Run app, and it's I like it because it tracks the distance that you went in the time that you pick and your sort of average mile. So that's exciting. So been doing that. I cleaned the house. Had a pretty nice productive Sunday. So yeah, I'm gonna read the Tea Dragon Festival next, and then I think the last book in sort of my official TBR that I mentioned in my TBR video for this month was Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, so I might start that a little bit later. It's kind of one of those where I'm like, it's not that it intimidates me, it's more that I just like, I know that people fall either, I think, on one side of the spectrum or the other about whether they love it or they hate it, and I don't know where I'm gonna fall, and I don't really want to hate it, because then I don't know, whatever. We'll just see how I feel about it. And then, yeah, this week hopefully I'll be able to read Dragon Hoops, which is a new acquisition from the library. If you saw my book haul, my newest book haul, I mentioned it there. That will be up by the time this goes up. And then, yeah, I have to finish Fantasy Island by Ed Morales. I haven't really been in the mood. I had a sort of project that I wanted to do this month for my favorite reads from my childhood and sort of reread them. But I haven't really been in the mood for those either, so I don't know if I will do that this month. I might just pick up other stuff that I'm in the mood for, because I think after Wuthering Heights, that'll be the last like official book on my TBR. I mentioned the Ed Morales book, but sort of briefly, so I don't know, we'll see. I haven't done my yearly reread of Pride and Prejudice yet, so maybe I'll do that. So yeah. Hello. It is almost 8 o'clock on Friday, April 23rd. I didn't really read anything yesterday, and I haven't read anything today, but it is Friday, so I will be trying to read a little bit more. Wuthering Heights, I think I'm like 50 pages in. And then I have some graphic novels on Libby that I only have about 9 days of the hold left, so I want to get those read as well. But I wanted to share with you all something just in case you didn't know or whatever. So I started using this thing called the Pill Club, which I had heard a lot about, but I just hadn't gotten around to using it. And it's basically like birth control sent to your home. For whatever reason you want to use birth control. So you like sign up and it can go through your insurance, and you'll get like you'll fill out a health questionnaire, and which will be analyzed by a registered nurse or a nurse practitioner. Yeah. Whichever, I think is a nurse practitioner who can prescribe under a doctor. And so they'll prescribe it for you. They will go through your insurance, and then they'll ship it right to your home. And I got an entire year's worth, and everything took less than a week. So I started doing the process on Sunday. Today's Friday. I got everything, and they also sent some chocolates, and they also sent the perfect sticker which says "Don't stress me out," and it's a cat. I mean, it's like they know me. But yeah, so I am all for open discussions about sexual education and everything like that, and protection and consent and everything. So if you haven't heard about it, and it's super duper convenient, like I don't have to go to the doctor to refill my prescription or anything like that. I don't have to go to the pharmacy to get it. It's great. Like, I super duper recommend it.
He's a graduate of, he is a graduate of Harvard, Columbia, and the University of Chicago's Pritzker School of Medicine. This is not only a story from a medical doctor.
My books, I just kind of focus on either like a few books or a few themes or whatever that I've noticed from my reading for that month. For March, the very clear theme in my reading was that I did a lot of
Hello. It is almost 11 o'clock on the 29th, and I have been horrible at vlogging this month. I cannot remember what I have vlogged, what I haven't vlogged, what I've talked to you guys about, what I haven't talked to you all about. I have no idea. I don't remember anything. I don't know. But I did talk in my mood reader tag that I did a little bit ago, that is up if you haven't checked it out. Perhaps check it out. That I don't really read when I'm not feeling like great. And it's been like a weird week and a half, 2 weeks. So I don't know if my mind has just like forgotten what I've read, and I just haven't. But what I'm currently reading is I'm 100 pages into Wuthering Heights, and whole lot of very unlikable characters, but I'm like curious to see what happens. So I don't like them, but I care enough, or I'm like nosy enough to wonder how everything went down. Oh boy, someone's very, very sleepy. I started reading the In Death series, or listening to the In Death series by Nora Roberts. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. It was like, it showed up as available on my Scribd, and clicked it and saved it and started listening to it. Had no idea that it was set in the future, like that it was sci-fi mystery. I don't know why. I thought it was contemporary. But yeah, it's like set in like 2058 or something. They said something about droids, and as I but that also shows you I like I said all the time, I'm not the type of reader to really do research or read synopses or anything like that. So I went into it blind. I went into it knowing that a lot of people love it. It has like 50 something books, because apparently starting the Elizabeth George series that has 20 books is apparently not enough. But I will say the audiobook is good. Like the quality of the audiobook is really good. So like all the droids have like a robot voice and stuff, so it's pretty cool. It's there's been like questionable moments in it. Like I really like our main character. Forgot her name already, but I like her. The men around her have had some questionable behavior that I don't like. This was written in, I think this was published in like 91. So, you know. But from a contemporary reader. But whatever. So far I'm enjoying it enough to continue. And this might be one of those things where if I like it, I will probably read all of it via audio, and then if anything, start to collect them used. I'm not buying these new. Hell no. 50 of them? Apologies for this. But yeah. So right now I have saved on Libby. I hate this new Libby update. Oh my god. So I have Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik and In a Dark Dark Wood by Ruth Ware, neither of which I mentioned in my May TBR video, which is up by the time this goes up, so if you haven't checked it out, check it out. But they were available. I think most of the audiobooks for the books that are physically on my TBR video are on Scribd. And the way that I get around, you know how Scribd, like, I don't know if you have Scribd, but it like locks you out sometimes. Not it locks you out, but like it'll, if you save too many books at once, I don't know what the cutoff point is. I don't think there is like a hard one. I'm not sure. But if you save too many books at once, or if you download too many books at once, it will pull back on what it has available, because it only has like certain number of like licenses for books every month. So the way that I get around that is that I know people go off just saving books and downloading. I do one at a time. I save it, I download it, I listen to it, I return it. And for the last 2.5 months, 3 months, I have not had a single book go away on me. A single one. So that is my suggestion to you. It'll be, so it's been unlimited for me. Like I have gone from one to the other, to the other, to the other, just fine. I read all of the Vivian Chan books they had, the Noodle Shop Mysteries, and that's what I did. I just did, I just went one, read one, returned it, got the other, returned it, and then that's what I did with the first two Brown Sisters mystery romances. I have to read the last one, but I read the first two and I absolutely love them. I don't know if I told you about them, but I love them so much. I also read the Tea Dragon books. They were amazing. Finally got around to them. I returned them. But yeah, so that's what I have on Libby is Spinning Silver and In a Dark Dark Wood, and then on Scribd is where I have Naked in Death. I have 8 hours left, but I'm listening to it at like 1.5 speed. When I'm listening to new mysteries, I start them off at like 1.5 speed, and then if I'm able to get into the story just fine, I may up it to like 1.75. So that's probably like, well, we'll go with like 5 hours, which is not bad. But yeah, it is the 29th. Tomorrow is the 30th, which means it's the end of the month, so I could technically start on my May books. I don't know why. I literally said 29th at the beginning of this clip. And in my head, I thought that I had like a week left. Okay. Well, so that's what I'm going to read next. That's what I'm currently reading. And that's what I recently read. I apologize if this was a weird, chaotic vlog. Things that I uploaded recently that if you haven't checked out, perhaps you might want to. I uploaded the mood reader tag. I uploaded my May TBR. I will probably upload my April wrap up before I upload this, so check that out. And I also did a shop with me for Indie Bookshop Day, which was cute, and it's like a short little video. So yeah. Thank you for watching and for listening. I will see you all next month.